Hey everyone, Neil here from NintendoWorlds.net, back with yet another 3DS game overview video. Today I have with me Dream Trigger 3D. Now Trigger 3D is a game published by D3 Publisher, of course the Nintendo 3DS. It's sort of a shooter, but it's more of a shoot 'em up type game, mixed with some kind of music features. There's the icon down there for it. Let's get this game started. Alright. Now this game has a very cool 3D effect, but of course it can't be seen through the camera. But it makes a very cool layered effect. On the bottom here we have the main menu, the 5 main icons. You can either go back to the main menu over here, I should say the home menu. Then there is the world map mode, which is basically the main single player mode. Free play mode, where you can just really play all the levels you've unlocked so far in the world map mode. Time attack mode, where of course you can try to get a high score time wise on levels. Versus mode, which is local only, no Wi-Fi, but you can I believe it's single card and multi-card play. I haven't got a chance to try that out yet. And this is the standard options. Alright, for options, you can check out the records, the credits, you can change the settings of the sound. Check the challenge list, which is basically kind of like achievements. There are 117 in all. Each have a name and then a description of how to get them. Also, your progress is shown. So for example, for this one, you need 20,000 points from one sonar ping, and it says I've gotten 13,600 so far, so I'm close to unlocking that one, sort of. That's the challenge list. And there's the tutorial, which shows you how to play. The game's controls are kind of confusing at first, so the tutorial is definitely recommended. And you can do your save data on this very last option over here. You can create a room in the room list. I guess you have the 12 rooms for multiplayer at once. Let's just show a free play. It's the same exact levels as found in the main game. There are, I believe, 55 separate stages. This is number 55. This is number 1. Its type is purity, and its rank is anxiety. And I have my top ranking score right there. Let's give this one a try. You can also change the icons for your pings and the ripple effect. You're gonna need a stylus for this game. Do okay. You also need to watch both screens at once, which is what makes this game somewhat challenging. Okay, now on the bottom screen here, there are these little purple pings. I should say little purple enemies that show up as squares on the bottom radar screen. Basically, you have to tap to drop little pings that explode, and if that area effect explosion hits up one of those purple squares on the top screen, it will reveal the enemy. But if the enemy is not hit by a ping, they're invisible on top screen. So before you can attack them, you must make them show up via the bottom screen. Top screen here you have a little reticle character. In this case it's a butterfly in this level, but I believe it changes in each level. Control this with a slide pad and try to dodge all the bullets so you don't die. You can take up to, I believe, 3 hits of your shield, which are those 3 little orbs floating around my butterfly. See, every time I get hit I lose one. These blue triangles are items you can pick up, which are like power-ups, and they might give you increase your energy bar. This bar over here is how much energy you have. That's how long you can use your attack before it runs out. While you're attacking, you're invincible, so you can run through bullets and stuff. But that's also the only way to do damage to the enemies once you make them vulnerable, by pinging them on the bottom screen. And what you do is, to do damage, you just hold down either the left or right trigger, which I'll show now. Okay, so I pinged some enemies, so now they look like purple flowers on this level. So I just hold down this trigger and then run into them. That's how you kill them. Here's some more purple flower petals. Just run into them while holding down the trigger. You see that blue bar depletes as you hold down the attack. Once it's done, then you lose your attack until you can gain it again. The bar fills up when you place pings and hit enemies. It's a very challenging game to play while I'm trying to focus on filming. You really have to focus on both screens. And that's basically it. You go through levels, killing enemies, usually greeted by a mini boss in the end. But there are main boss levels which are a lot bigger and harder. They have about, the one I fought so far had 3 life bars instead of 1. Which obviously lasted longer than no mini boss. He was also harder with his attack patterns. Basically just try to keep your guy alive while dodging bullets and enemies. And then when you make an enemy vulnerable, you just run into them while holding down the trigger to shoot your lasers. I'll show you the map, the world map mode quick. Load. The top screen gives kind of a more detailed look of the level. The bottom screen here is all different levels. Now, you travel by this reticle type thing over here. And then basically you have to drag with the D-pad or the touchscreen stylus this little dot onto the next level, which are these circles. And you travel over. And now to do that level, you touch the little floating, it looks almost like a circulating moon. You tap that, you can go to play. You can go to list, which shows you challenge list. Icons to change again the ripple effect and the other icons. You can just close the menu here, or end and go back to the main menu. But let's close it now. Now, the stars around the levels show what your ranking was if you already did it. If you find a level you did not do yet, there's none around it. Let me try to find one. For example, I didn't do this level yet, so see there's no stars around it. Basically you have to travel through these routes, beating all the levels. I believe there's 55 in total. Also, every time you beat a level you get a certain amount of DP, which are dream points, and it costs 1 DP to move from one level to the next. So you must earn enough DP to travel around the map to get to the new areas. And you can only move from one space to another at a time. You cannot skip levels. So yeah, that's basically all there is to Dream Trigger 3D for the 3DS. I think it's a pretty fun game, but it's definitely unique and kind of quirky, so it might not be for everyone. Kind of a niche type game. Alright, thanks for watching.